Hello YouTubers, Joe Kersey here on Wednesday, March 26, 2014, and once again I'm going down to get the mail. If the wind filter on this camera doesn't live up to its name, I apologize. Nonetheless, thought I'd give it a shot. About 4 in the afternoon here, Eastern Daylight Time. It's been a fairly full day here, which I will recount perhaps a little more leisurely here in a moment or two. It looks like, if you look here, you can see the tracks in the mud where the electric meter reader guy's little Ford Ranger truck bottomed out coming into the driveway. I'm sure now you're getting massive amounts of wind here, but let's see here. Ah, there we are. We do have mail here. I was down here earlier. And we didn't have anything. So I was constrained to return. Okay. Well, there we are. It's been about between 28 and 30 most of the day, but I think, it says we're up to 35, but I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't look feel like it's 35. Of course, I could have put on a heavier jacket to go down here and do this, I suppose. We got snow on the ground still from our little snow burst the other day. See? It's on the ground. It's on the ground. Well, there we are. I haven't seen... well, actually, no, there were some deer around this morning. I think, well, Paul thinks, and I think too, that one of the females is getting ready to sort of give birth here. So, all right. Gosh, beautiful day. Cold, but beautiful. Now, you'll note that we've got a new heater here in place of the other heater. That's kind of almost redundant, or not quite a tautology, but redundant. This is called the Contractor's Friend, and I obtained a number of these from Northern Hydraulics over the years, and as you can tell, it's replaced the heater that was there, which is now in the box. And this is like one of 3 similar heaters I've owned over the years, but this one was given to me by my buddy, and it was one that he had bought for his dad, and his dad used it for a number of years. I've referenced this before, but you can now see it's a dead heater. I made several valiant attempts to get this thing to restart the other day, oiling it and spinning it, but I couldn't even, the motor wouldn't even buzz. It wouldn't even give that electrical buzz, that you get, and so I think this bad boy is well and truly dead, so I'll put that on the dolly tomorrow morning and take it down to the end of the driveway for trash day. Now, Paul and I have been doing some internet-y, YouTube-y things today. It seems that earlier in the day, Paul's computer seized up, and he asked me to try to help him out. And I'll tell you, you know, asking me to help somebody out with computer problems, kind of like asking the one-armed blind man to take out your appendix, you know, in the nighttime in the jungle. It might work from time to time, but generally it won't. But we were able to sort of get the thing to unseize, and so he's been looking at this stuff the rest of the day here. He's obviously off today. Well, not obviously off. He's off today. Now he goes back to work tomorrow, and then at least through Saturday. So you'll note the place may look a little brighter. I made a compact fluorescent light run the other day after I made a wine run, the Giant Eagle, and because we were down to just one of these compact fluorescent bulbs, plus three of our outdoor compact fluorescent floodlights had burned out. You know, it's interesting. I bought the bulk of these compact fluorescent lights when they first came out. Well, not when they first came out, but maybe like a year after they first came out. So this takes you back to around, gosh, you know, about 16 years ago, I guess. 15 years ago, 14 years ago. And I bought 12 of the 14-watt bulbs, and then I bought a couple of these floodlights, you know, to replace the 75-watt incandescent floodlights I had outside, and they were basically 14-watt floodlights. I'll tell you, the electric bills dropped noticeably after I did that. So they work now. What I noticed is that, you know, the ones that are going to last a long time, but the ones that are going to die generally tend to die fairly soon. So out of that first batch, I think we had sort of like a 1/3 wastage. Still, we've more than broken even, or bettered it. See, you may notice that this one light here is a really sort of bright white light. Now they call that 5,000 Kelvin color temperature, but that's really more like a 7,500 color temperature. I actually prefer that. A lot of people don't. In fact, that was a lot of the objection when they first, you know, came out. But I like that. I like that. I find that I can see things a lot better with that, and so forth. I can't say I think that the federal government should have mandated that there should be no more incandescent bulbs made in the United States, or sold in the United States after that. Maybe there'll be a big black market, you know, to smuggle in incandescent bulbs. I'm sure people stockpiled on it, the ones that really liked them. You know, they do give off more heat, the incandescent bulbs. I had when I was in school, I had a really big desk lamp. I mean, you know, imagine kind of a, you know, mission-style desk lamp writ large. And it had a big, wide shade on it. And I found a 300-watt incandescent bulb that I was able to put in this desk lamp. And basically I just used that to light my room, my dorm room, the entire time I was at Ohio State. And of course, I wasn't paying for the power. Well, I was paying for the power, actually. Well, for my parents. Well, half and half we were paying for the power. And I'd leave that bastard on the whole time. You know, I'd leave it on at night. I mean, I actually kind of like to sleep with a light on at night. I'm strange that way. Well, among others. So that was my errand yesterday. Now this morning, as I may have alluded to out in the driveway, I did 2 hours worth of work on the income taxes this morning. So I'm now just down to actually figuring out the tax, you know, sort of worksheets to actually figure out the taxes. So I mean, I've done the Schedule A, B, C, D, capital gain stuff, and then now I have to do the worksheets to figure out the taxes, and then look at this alternative minimum tax thing, which I don't think I'm going to be affected by, but some years it's a close run thing, some years it's a no-brainer. It's hard to call any of that stuff with an alternative minimum tax a no-brainer because it's incomprehensible. You know, I'm not a stupid man, but I'll tell you, it's incomprehensible. I think they do that deliberately to try to, you know, make people terrified.
I agree.
There it is, see? Paul just came in from a smoke. Well, let's see. I think that may have covered the waterfront here today, actually. Plan of attack for tomorrow is try to do another 2 hours of taxes, and I will remark that I've been watching this. There's a fellow on YouTube that posts snippets. Well, it's not snippets, but they are snippets. They're like 5 minutes segments of this Showtime series called Shameless. I may have talked about this the other day. And this is just fascinating stuff. I mean, just mesmerizing, engaging, engrossing stuff. So I went and looked at it on, looked for it on DVD. It's been, season 4 started in January this year. It's been renewed for a 5th season. That's the U.S. series. Now there's a UK series that, and you can. I looked for them on Amazon. You can buy these things, but they're just hellishly expensive. And so I guess I'm going to keep watching it through this guy's efforts. Good for you, Profundament 7 and Profundament Plus. Look for it. It's just astonishingly great. Well, on that note, here I'll show you Paul cracking a brew here. Okay, now guys. Bye-bye, YouTubers.
Good night.